Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. I hope you can hear me. It's windy outside. There's cars going back and forth on a highway. But look at this view. Mercy! Is that not incredible? Let me tell you where I am. No, better yet, guess where I am. But the point is, I'm driving down the road, literally driving down the road. And I see this spectacular view. And boom! Bible verse comes to mind. It's found in Isaiah. I think it's chapter 55. God says, my ways are not like your ways. He says, my ways are higher than the earth. And I thought of that because I looked at this scenery and I looked at the perspective you get from up here at the road when you look down into the valley. You can see the farmland that's been freshly plowed under. You can see there's a little village down there. You can see that village down there. And the perspective when you're on high is very different than if you're very down low. You can see things from elevation you can't see below. That's why on ships, the lookout's always up at the top of the mast, looking out, trying to find land. See, so God says his perspective is a perspective from up on high, not the perspective of us down here at low. See, if we could see things the way God sees things, do you understand how different our life would be? I mean, I wouldn't worry about the stuff I worry about. God's outside of time. I was thinking about this just a couple of days ago also when I was just thinking about life and what my life has been like. And I thought about how much time I've wasted in my life worried about things I never needed to worry about. If I had known how it was going to work out, I would have known so much better than to worry. Well, you see, that's God's perspective. God's got a perspective that's not only higher in terms of being able to see everything, but God's not caught up in time the way we are. God's able to exist outside of time. Time is God's creation. And so as God doesn't exist inside time, but outside of time, he's able to see things from an eternal perspective, as well as in the current and in the present. So I want to think about this today because I want my thoughts to be thoughts that are not just solely limited to my perspective. I want to know that there's a God out there who sees things differently, because then I can take my matters to God and not only trust him with them, but I can also ask him for wisdom and insight, knowing that God's able to give me that better than I could ever get on my own. Because his perspective is not like my perspective. And if I could see as he could see, I would see death differently. Because he sees on both sides. He knows that death's goodbye is eternity's hello. If I could see my struggles in life differently, I would know that what I walk through because A, he's going to guide me, but B, he makes me stronger. There's so much that would change in my life if I just had that beautiful perspective that God has. So I got to get out of this weather. I'm not even sure you're going to be able to hear this over the cars and the wind, but I hope you can, because God loves you, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's your video thought for today.